Hey y'all, welcome to Spooky Fridays. It's going to be chilling, mysterious, and creepy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Come on in, y'all. It's Spooky Friday. Hi, it's Mistress City. Welcome to my Matrix. I hope everyone is doing well. I just wanted to talk a little bit about something which was curious to me, and that is guardian angels. Do you believe in them? I don't think I ever really paid that any mind at all until quite some years ago. The first time I was really introduced to them as far as a movie was in the movie with Nicolas Cage and, oh gosh, Melanie Griffith, City of Angels. Have you seen that movie? When I saw it, it was actually the most amazing movie I'd ever seen as far as how the whole concept of angels and how they were introduced, and that they have free will. God gives everyone free will, man as well as the angels. And some of them have the choice, and they decide to actually become fallen angels and fall to earth. And in this movie, and this is going to be, I guess, a plot, telling you the plot, but this movie is so old, everyone should have seen it by now. We're talking like the 80s or early 90s. But anyway, Nicolas Cage is an angel, and he sees Melanie Griffith, and he might be her guardian angel, but anyway, he decides that after falling in love with her and following her around, he's going to fall to earth to be with her and become human. So he does that, and it's about their incredible love story, and it's really kind of bittersweet because once he comes to earth, her time is up, and she actually dies soon after, within days. So it is a beautiful story. It broke my heart, and even thinking about it today, it still breaks my heart because he did not have enough time with her. But anyway, if you ever have a chance to see that movie, watch it because it's amazing. But I want to talk to you about real guardian angels, because since that movie, I became really curious about them. And were they real? Did I have one? Did everyone have one? And some of the things I found out about angels is that we all have one, and they're with us all the time. So even now, right now in the car as I'm recording, my guardian angel is here looking out after me. And so you all have one. Everyone has one, and they're there to protect us. God has sent them to protect us against many things. And if you see the movie, you will see how the guardian angels protect people when people are in the midst of things that they don't even know that's happening around them, like robberies or burglaries or bad people in the area. The guardian angel actually comes and stands next to you and puts his hand on your shoulder and protects you. So you're shielded from whatever bad thing. You might not even know that it's happening, but they do. So it's amazing. So that's the first thing about guardian angels. And there are kind of like 5 things I want to talk about with them. So that is number 1. They're with you all the time. The second thing about guardian angels is that they are great examples. They're there to do good for all of humanity. And likewise, we as humans should follow suit. So many times we don't. There are many bad people in the world. And believe it or not, they too have guardian angels. But we should all be doing things that are going to benefit humanity, because that is what our angels are here for, to benefit us. So we should follow their example and do things to benefit humanity as well. Something that's really curious about guardian angels is that they can help you out when you need help, and you can actually directly call on them to do that. So some people say they're actually better than message systems. For example, let's say you had a situation and you wanted the change, and if you've been trying to work on it yourself and nothing happens, you can contact your guardian angel and ask them for a little help, by saying, guardian angel of mine, connect with them, tell them what you need help with, and can you ask them to really go contact the guardian angel of the person that you want to talk to or change or alter or want to connect with, and ask them to speak to their person, and they can actually intervene for you. Now, this is true. Some people have said that if they can't reach someone, they'll ask the guardian angel to contact the guardian angel of so-and-so and tell that person to call me. And sure enough, within a little while that person will contact you. I haven't had that happen, but what I have happened is that I've asked my guardian angel to talk to another person's guardian angel about a situation to improve it, so things won't happen. And sure enough, it worked. My guardian angel was able to contact that person's guardian angel and make a change. So I truly believe in that because that works. So truly, they are better than texting, better than messaging, and even sometimes better than talking with someone directly, because they can intervene on your behalf because they are sent by God to help us, protect us. Now, in order to really make contact with your guardian angel, you really have to turn on your receiver in order to hear them, be in contact with them. So you have to make that conscious effort to do that. Pray to God and actually kind of talk to and open the gateway for your guardian angel. Talk with them, ask them to intercede on your behalf, ask them to help you. And after you do that for a while and meditate on your guardian angel, you will feel that little connection. I do feel that connection with them. And that you will be able to talk with them, ask them to intervene on your behalf, and you'll be able to see things happen and see things change. And the other thing, probably the most important thing about guardian angels, is that there are no coincidences in life or little God winks and things like that. You may think that it's coincidence, but really not. It could be your guardian angel helping you out in the situation. And I want to tell you about a situation that happened with me. This was many years ago when my daughter was still in elementary school, and I took her to school every morning. She was not riding the bus at that time because it was easier for me to drop her to school and then just head on to work. So like every other morning, we got up, we have our same routine, our same street we travel on every day, day after day. Where we lived then, we had to go through a neighborhood in order to get to the main road, Orange Grove Road, to get her to school. So just like any other morning, I dropped her off. And I was on my way back home to finish getting ready to go to work. So when I left the school, there was nobody behind me. So when I turned onto Orange Grove Road to come back home, there was nobody behind me for a very long time. So I traveled and traveled, and then suddenly, when I get to the intersection of the street I'm going to make a right on to go back through the neighborhood, I noticed there is a car behind me now. I don't know when he appeared or when he got back there, but he was not back there for a long time as I traveled on Orange Grove Road because I was looking back. And when I saw no one behind me, I stopped looking. So I noticed him at the intersection. We're stopped, and I make my right to go back through the neighborhood to wheel on back home. And I noticed that he is getting very close to me. He's tailgating, actually. And then I look in the mirror and notice that he looks like a crazy person. His hair is standing on top of his head. He's a white guy. Not that race matters, but he's a white guy. His hair is everywhere, crazy. And he is screaming and yelling in the car, and I can see that. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've got a lunatic behind me. So I've got maybe a couple miles to go to get home, but it's through a residential neighborhood. And I thought, well, a little bit scary. So I travel on, and then I noticed that what he is doing is getting very close to my car, almost close like it's going to hit me, and then he will slam on his brakes. And he stops within seconds of hitting me. And I thought, oh my God, I've got a monster behind me. So he does this for at least 4 times. And I'm thinking, where can I go? Where can I go? Because my travel now is not on a main street where there's businesses and things like that. We're going through a quiet neighborhood where most people have already left for their jobs for the day. There's nobody around, nobody out. So I'm thinking, well, way down at the end, right before I get to my home, there is a fire department, but I've got a long way to go to get there. If I can get to that fire department, I'm thinking that is going to be my saving grace, because I can get there, jump out of the car, blow the horn, run in and get some help because I've got a crazy person behind me. And I'm still looking in the rearview mirror, and he is screaming and yelling and just going crazy in his car. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's insanity back there. So then I weaving through the neighborhood. I'm trying to pretend like I'm not noticing he's back there, so he doesn't become aware that I know he's back there. Because he's so insane in his car, he might not even notice that I have noticed he's back there. So I continue to drive normally. In the neighborhood it's like 10 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour, so I'm going slow. And so he's still doing the whole thing about jamming on the brakes and screeching behind me and almost hitting me. So then I come to a corner where I have to make a right. And when I make this right, I will then make another quick left, and then the fire station will be straight ahead. So I get to the intersection, and of course, usually this time of morning, there's nobody around. So just by chance, I glance over to my left and I see a woman I've never seen before. Never seen her before. It's a woman with her back to me. And she's walking away from me from the corner, and she's walking a brown dog. Never seen her before. Have never ever seen her before. All of a sudden, with no rhyme or reason, she whips herself around and she waves at me like she knows me. She waves at me. And so just because when I see people wave at me, I wave without even thinking, I wave back. So we've got this stranger who I've never seen before with a dog, whips around, waves at me. I wave at her through my window, and the person in the car behind me saw this. I didn't realize that, but he must have, because all of a sudden, he does his car in a circle like a donut turn and screeches away, and he leaves the area. So he left. So because I'm thinking because this person thinks she knows me and saw me and waved at me, she saved me, because he's thinking, well, this woman saw both cars, and if something happens to me, she could probably identify me and his car and him acting crazy in his car. So he left. So I looked behind me, I'm looking behind me, and I really see that he's gone and he's not turning around. So then I'm still stopped at the light, at the corner here. So I looked over to where the lady was, and there's nobody there. This all happened in the course of just a few seconds. So when I look back, I expected her to be there, because I expected to see her still walking her dog. So I looked over there and there was nobody there, nobody. So I go home, and the next day, I think for the next week, I look for this woman. She's not there. I've never ever seen her again. I looked for her. I've gone to driven down the street where she was walking, looking for her and her dog to thank her for that morning. Never ever saw her again in all these years. And I took that way for my daughter for years, and in all the years I've taken her to school since then, I've always looked for her, and I've never seen her, never seen that dog. I truly believe that she was my guardian angel looking out for me that morning, and gave me the protection of knowing that I needed help, and knowing that somebody else could see that crazy guy behind me in the car, and that person saved me. So I truly believe that that was my guardian angel. So have you had an experience like that? Do you believe in guardian angels? And if so, what kind of things has your guardian angel helped you with? I really want to know. So please like and subscribe, and thank you again for watching and tuning in for this week's version of Spooky Fridays. It wasn't all that spooky, but it was eerie. So anyway, you'll have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!